He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this third down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
29 Philly.
To the air, it's Warren. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a...
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat, and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the wind...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2, so always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Fires downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back. And we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Howard. The throw. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He finds his man. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just
throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's got it at the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. On the run, fires downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Unleashes one. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Wide out in motion. Looking to pass. It's Warren. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Going up top on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. After the misfire, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
29.
They'll give it to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Looking for the 2-point try. Back to throw, it's Warren. He's in for the 2, and that is big because now it's a one-possession game. They trail by 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they were really
going to throw it over the top of the knee. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Buckeyes are in the hurry up.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He turns it loose to the left. And it's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Ohio State. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He's into the end zone for the 2, and the lead is now at 16. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick.
In other schools around the country,
not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, he's got room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They'll line up to go for two. They'll try to power it in. Couldn't quite find the end zone as they stop him on the two-point conversion and keep them from making this a one-possession game. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. 3rd and long, and the defense dialed up. Heat, heat, and more heat.
And I love that. I love being aggressive on 3rd and long. I want the ball out of the quarterback's hands. I want to find a way to play man coverage on the outside. I want to make it very uncomfortable for you. I don't want to give you time, and the defense did just that.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
2nd down coming up. Back to pass, it's Warren. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Give to the running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. This looks like the regular kickoff unit coming onto the field, and I would think with just a timeout left at this juncture, you got to send the hands guys out and try to get an onside kick. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire. Who steps?
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Right back to it. Breaks the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To the ground with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking for a man. It's Howard. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Off he goes. The 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.